Most of us know that Google is a well known web browser or search engine, and it's also used for a lot of collaborative work using Google Drive, and within that, using Google Sheets, Google Docs, Google Slides. Those are all excellent apps that Google provides us for free for us to use for projects. However, there are a lot of other apps that Google has, and one of the ones that I think don't get enough credit is Google Earth. So today I wanted to show you a little bit about Google Earth so that you can sit down and do a little bit of exploration on your own and hopefully get to do a little bit of sightseeing right from the comfort of your own home. My name is Rhonda. I am with the Salem, Ohio Public Library. So to get to Google Earth, all you would do is simply open your Google browser and you can either type in earth.google.com and that will get you there, or you can go over to this little dot matrix and this will show you all of the apps that Google has to offer. So there are more apps to this, but right now I really just want to get to Google Earth. So you would just go ahead and search for the little Google Earth icon, and it is located right there. So when you first open Google Earth, this is probably what you're going to be greeted with. Down to the bottom right corner, you're going to see a few buttons here. So of course we have our minus and plus sign. That is just our zoom out and zoom in. So I believe I might be as zoomed out as I can get. Oh, no, you can keep going. So we can zoom out pretty far. And then the plus sign will make you zoom in, right? So you can click on it one at a time, or you can hold it down for like a fast zoom or fast zoom out. Okay. If you want to rotate the globe, you would just left click anywhere on the globe and then just move it around. Right? You can see all different areas. And then as we continue in this bottom right-hand corner, you're going to get this right here, this little diamond shaped. All it does is just reset your view. The 3D option is going to come in handy a little bit later. This right here it's very similar to if you're familiar with Google Maps. You can actually drag a little person icon to a location and it will give you a street view, and we're definitely going to explore that a little bit. And then over here, this is just a quick way to get to a specific location without doing all of that zooming. Now, I will say that if you have a little bit of a sensitive stomach and you maybe don't do motion so well, you might want to think about just using the zoom in and zoom out feature just because it won't go so fast. But in this video, I am going to go ahead and show you how this works, just to kind of let you see what it looks like. And then over here, this whole globe is you can actually just click to zoom to space or drag to fly to space, or I'm sorry, drag to fly to a place. So I am gonna, let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and just move this around a little bit. You see how it's moving with me, right? So I can go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and zoom over there. And it kind of did it for me, right? And look at that, it's zooming on in. It's gonna let us see. And now if I wanted to try my 3D option, let's see what happens. And it sort of just tips it for us so that we can get a more like leveled view. And it is rotating all on its own. It's meant to sort of to recenter you a little bit and put you in the right place. Okay, and you can stop that by just clicking on it. Ooh, look at all this. And you can go ahead and just find a spot. Now I am going to take my little person here and I'm going to click. And now I know from prior experience that sometimes it won't let you put the little person icon down. It has to be in a light blue area. So I see one right here. And it's going to zoom on in. And this is what's really cool, is it's going to give us a real live street view. Now, isn't that amazing? Now I can go ahead and I can zoom in some more. can just kind of keep zooming in as far as I want. And now if I wanted to, I could, let's see, I could zoom out. And I can even move myself a little farther out. Zoom out a little bit more here. So it's really just all about angles and how you want to view it. There's a lot of different options to change how you can view something. So let's see what happens if I zoom on in. All right, so that didn't do too much for us. But, it's not a perfect science. You certainly want to get in there and like play around a little bit. But Google has really done a great job at making Google Earth much better over the years. It has really evolved. So you can see some really cool stuff here. So over to the left, I just want to go over what these are a little bit. So if you go here, this is just your menu. This lets you know that if you have a certain map style you would like to see it in, you can go ahead and change that. There's projects. There's something called Voyager, and all this really is kind of a time lapse of how Google has sort of made a lot of advances with Google Earth. And so it shows things like, how the land looks better over time, how they were able to get more like detailed areas and things like that. So if I go here, I can search for pretty much anywhere I want in the world. This is the Voyager that I was talking about. See, here's time lapse in Google Earth. 3D imagery in Google Earth. It's just kind of showing you how that has come a long way over the years since Google Earth was created in the 80s. And then satellite imagery, and then like sea level rises and things like that. And then this right here is a pretty cool one. I did this immediately as soon as I started out with Google Earth. If you go here and you hit I'm feeling lucky, it's going to go ahead and take you to a random location, and it's going to zoom in on that. Okay? And it shows you exactly where you're at. It gives you a little bit of information. You can even click over here and it's going to go ahead and like open up a page about it. And then if you're really interested, you can even continue to zoom in. Okay. You can actually do this 3D view. And you can continue to zoom. You see all sorts of cool stuff. Now, if you took your little person, so I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to take this little person over here. I'm going to see where you see the light blue areas right here. That's pretty much the street. So anywhere that you see the light blue, you can actually put the little person down there and it will go ahead and take you directly to that area. And then you could get a real live street view of it. Look at that. It took us to the roof of the building. Really neat. And I am definitely super excited to share this with my kid. I think that this is a really fun app and a lot of people could get a lot of use out of it. And just to wrap up here, over here, this is just something called projects. So if you are a teacher or if you're doing a presentation and you need to set certain locations on Google Earth to quickly get there, you can go ahead and do that. And then this right here is just map style. So if you click on it, you can sort of change the way the maps look for you. Maybe you don't want any destination names. You just want a nice clear view of the Earth itself. Maybe you want a little bit of everything, including rivers, mountains and national parks and things like that. You can get that by clicking everything, and then you can also customize. Okay, well, I hope that I taught you all a little bit about Google Earth. Feel free to get on in there. It's a free app. There's no cost to it. You can explore it from anywhere that you have access to it. And I really hope that you get as much fun out of this as I did. All right, everybody. Have a fantastic day.